Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, well, hopefully you're looking at this aquarium behind me. I have four hang on the back filters on this aquarium. Why? Oh, hold on. Forgot the lid. So yeah, I got 4 aquarium filters on this aquarium, and it's a little bit overkill because all of these fish that are in this tank were in a 40 gallon with only 2 filters. But this aquarium has 4. I think I might be over filtering just a little bit. So the reason why those 4 filters are on this aquarium is because I just added the 2 off of the one that the fish were in. Now you might be wondering, why would I do that? And that's only 2 filters, where's the other 2? Well, this tank was already running, and it already had 2 filters. These 2 right here. The only 2 I added was this one and that one. Now they're a little bit dirty because I kind of forget and neglect to wipe off the top of the filter, but inside's all that matters. But anyway, what happened is I had a tank, which I published a video a couple days ago on how to reseal a tank. Yeah, that's the tank those filters are off of. So when that tank developed a leak, I had to move these fish somewhere. Well, luckily this tank was open, so I moved the fish over. But I was like, well, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get this redone, or take up time just to redo it. So I was like, well, I better move the filters over so it don't kill off all the bacteria. So I did, and there they are. That's why this tank has 4 aquarium filters. Now, on the topic of over-filtration, or even just having an overkill filter on it, well, that can go 2 ways. You could be wasting your money, or it could actually help you. Why? Well, depends on your bio load. Do you have 50 Oscars in the tank? Well, you probably need more than just one Aqua Clear 110 filter or a Fluval FX4 for that. But do you have 50 guppies in the center aquarium? Yeah, you could probably get away with just a simple, tiny hang on the back filter that's just able to turn the water over once or twice. So the way I see it is that the filter can filter the water like enough to where that ammonia is getting turned into nitrite, and that nitrite is getting turned into nitrate, and it does a decent enough job of taking out the actual debris that you actually see, then why do you need any more? Because oftentimes it seems that people like to shove the biggest flow rate that they could get, and that's all they need. So some people might buy a 10-gallon aquarium and put a 500 gallon per hour filter on the front of it. Why? Because they believe that the quicker the water runs through the filter, well, the more processed it is. In some way, yes. That helps if you need mechanical filtration. So if you have debris floating around in the water, then the quicker the water flows through the media, that is, as long as you got the appropriate media to pick up the physical debris you see floating, then it picks it up. But if you have a problem with, let's say, nitrite or ammonia, and you still have that same flow rate, well, you might need to look in, either are you doing water changes, or maybe your filter's running too fast. Now, I saw in a video a couple days ago about, I think it was Aquarium Co-op, he was talking about a sponge filter. That some people, you just, crank the air through it, and the more air you put through a sponge filter, the better. But what he said actually made sense, that the slower that water passes through that sponge, it gives the sponge time to actually collect stuff. Same way that your filter will pick up and process stuff is if you're shoving it through the filter so quick that you're just shoving it through the filter, everything you're putting through the filter is also not being processed because the bacteria ain't have enough time to process it all. So over-filtration actually could be an issue, but it's entirely up to the fish keeper and what they have. And what I'm trying to say is it's like the difference between pellets or flakes. Yeah, there's pros and cons of both. Pellets you can feed just about anything, and flakes you can feed about anything, but you don't need, if you're measuring your food out, the difference in weight's actually quite a lot. You put 1 ounce of flake food next to 1 ounce of pellets, and there's going to be a lot of flakes in that. So, of course, you choose how much you give. Like, I don't feed as much flakes as I do pellets, and I don't put too big of a filter than what's needed. So, yeah, that's the question. Do you need high flow rate? Get a high flow filter. Do you need a low? Get a low. You can actually oversize your filter, but don't oversize your flow. So, like, in my opinion, this tank here, my 100 gallon, that has iridescence and an Oscar in it, well, I filter it with just an aqua clear 110 hang on the back filter. But the tank behind me has all these fish. Gets 4. Now I could put that filter on this tank, but then I want to have the versatility of when I fill that tank back up, that I can put that filters back on that tank and keep these filters on this tank. So what I'm saying is, don't just assume the higher flow rate you get in a filter will make it any better. In fact, focus on the size of the filtration and if it has adjustability. Like if you're running a sponge filter on air pump, well, if your air pump's putting too much air to it, put an adjuster knob on it to where you can fine tune it. So you can slow it down and still make use of that sponge filter. But if you're needing a big canister filter or a hang-on-back, get one that you can adjust. Because if you could turn the dial down to where instead of flowing 500 gallons an hour through a 10-gallon tank, you could turn it down to 100 gallons, but still make use of that gigantic size of the media cartridge in the media basket. That way you could have the maximum amount of media, but you don't have to process it as fast as the filter would if you can adjust it. So other than that, guys, yeah, that's exactly why that tank has 4 filters on it. Now, shortly I'll be moving this 40-gallon breeder underneath one of my tanks, and I'm actually going to put it in the stand without the door, and I'll be putting a video on that later. So if you want to see that, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And also, if you want to see anything else like this, why I have 4 filters on a tank, or why is my tank cloudy, or just doing water changes, or breeding, or whatever it is, maybe feeding different foods, and or scrubbing glass if you like that, or why this filter isn't in a tank anymore, then hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment down below. Also, comment in this video what you liked about the video, or what could be changed, or what you want to see in the fish room, or whatever. If you want me to review an item, or a brand of food, or get a certain fish, put it down in the description. Well, not description. You could do that too, but put it down in the comments below. And I like to read them. I'll respond to most of them. And it's just fun to see how people enjoy the videos. Anyway, as always guys, stay safe, keep keeping fish, and I'll see you in the next one.